Hey guys, this is a video of a list of books that I have either watched the movie, read the book, or am currently reading. The first book that I'm going to talk about is a franchise that has been around for a couple of years, and that was the highlight of teen fiction a couple of years ago. It's Twilight by Stephenie Meyers. What I love about the Twilight books is that it gives a more in-depth description on all the characters from Jacob to Carlisle to Esme to Rosalie, but in Breaking Dawn I like it how they change the point of view from Bella to Jacob back to Bella. So yeah, how I got into this book is that my cousin gave me a copy of Twilight and basically it got me hooked. The second book I'm going to talk about is an extreme franchise that has been around since ages and everyone knows it. It's Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, but in the US it's called Harry Potter and Sorcerer's Stone, and I know there's a big debate on which one is correct. What I like about the Harry Potter series is that it kind of brings magical creatures, everyday problems and solutions to light. Kind of like with Remus Lupin, who is a werewolf and gets kind of degraded due to the fact that he's a werewolf. It's kind of like how in reality people downgrade and kind of discriminate against people who have AIDS or just have something different with them. So yeah. Oh, and how I got into this book is because my mum, my brother and my other cousin used to go and watch the movies, and because I was too young to watch them, I only had the books. The third book that I'm going to talk about is an international children's book that has been around for years and has been made into lots of movies, well, very long movies. It's The Hobbit by J.R. Tolkien. What I love about this book, even though I haven't read it completely, is that it kind of gives you a more in-depth look into the world of Middle-earth and what actually happened on his journey. Even though the movies are extremely long and extremely detailed, there's something about the book that just gives it more definition. How I got into the book is because my grandfather showed me the Lord of the Rings movie when I was 13, and yeah, it kind of didn't make sense to me, and then I I ended up watching the Hobbit movies, and then I wanted to read the book to see how they differed, and yeah, I'm doing that now. The next book is A Monster Call by Patrick Ness, which most GCSE English students have read at some point in their lives. It's about a boy who kind of has an everyday problem for a lot of people and calls a monster or creature to sort the problem out when he actually can do it himself. So yeah, it kind of reminds me of the old Iron Giant movie. Yeah. How I got into this book is because the front cover was kind of gripping to me, and also the fact that it was spoke a lot during my school because a lot of people read this for GCSE English and it sounded like a really good book. The next book I'm going to talk about is a fairly popular but more newish book, which is Miss Peregrine's Home for Particular Children, which was made into a movie by Tim Burton. The book is by Ransom Riggs, and it's basically kind of full of fantasy. It's full of time travel, it's full of mystical powers, it's full of friendship, it's full of love, it's full of kind of like death, kind of like a Disney movie. And yeah. How I got into this book is because I saw the trailer for the movie, and I really wanted to read the book because it just looked so interesting. So yeah. The next book I'm going to talk about is a series that has been turned into a movie, a TV show. It is City of Bones, The Mortal Instrument Shadowhunters by Clarissa Clare. What I like about this is that it's kind of your average fantasy book, but with a twist of the fact that it has things that you would see in everyday life, like kids going to clubs, like people finding out about themselves a lot later in life than normal. Yeah. How I got into this book was the fact that for Christmas this year, my mum got me the book set. So yeah, a lot of reading to catch up on. The next book I'm going to talk about was made into a movie that featured Brendan Fraser. It's Cornelia Funke's Inkheart. The book is about a girl who kind of reads stories out loud and can put things from the book into real life and from real life into the book, and how they go about solving that mystery and finding people along the way. What I love about this book is that it kind of shows how a book can be dangerous at the same time as inviting and pleasant. What got me into this book was actually the movie. I didn't even realise there was a book of this until I actually looked it up online, because I wanted to know a bit more about the story than what was in the actual film. So yeah, I hope you like that one. The next 3 books I haven't read yet, as I ordered them online the other week and I've only got them today. The first one is Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. It's a revamped, reimagined version of Wizard of Oz, where I'm guessing by what it says on the back that the good guys from Wizard of Oz turn into the bad guys in the movie, because on the back it says, removes the Tin Woodman's heart, steal the Scarecrow's brain, take the lion's courage, and then Dorothy must die. So yeah, that should be interesting. Let me catch my breath. The second book that I haven't read yet is Victoria Allwood's Red Queen, which I've heard is kind of like Alice in Wonderland type thing. I don't know if that's actually true, considering I haven't read it yet. But what it says in red on the back of this book seems really interesting. It says, this is a world divided by blood, red or silver. This is red against silvers, prince against prince, and mare against her own heart. So yeah, that looks rather bloody and interesting. The last book on this list, and the last book that I haven't read, is one that I found due to watching a clip of the movie, which has Alex Pettyfer and Vanessa Ann Hudgens in it. It's Beastly by Alex Finn, and I'm guessing it's kind of a reimagined version of Beauty and the Beast. So yeah, should be good. If you have any criticisms or know anything about the books that I haven't actually said, like Dorothy Must Die, Red Queen and Beastly, please tell me, but please no spoilers. And I hope you enjoy my first video. Thanks, bye.